TouchPortal gives you access to several types of dials. Let's take a look at how they work and what you can do with them. We'll start by creating a volume dial for your audio. We open the button editor, and to change the nature of a control in TouchPortal, you need to use the top left selector and change it to a dial. I will adjust the cell size a bit so that the dial is big enough for this tutorial. We set the font size of the dial to 24, ensuring the volume level is large enough. A new dial is always preset to a given visual presentation. For this dial, we change the dial to style 2, which will remove the inner disc. We then make the progress bar blue and the container bar gray. Now it is time to add the functionality. We add the connector called Set Windows Volume to our control. This is a smart connector, which means that it will be updated even if the volume is changed outside the context of TouchPortal. And lastly, we add the Change Slider text connector so that the text of the dial will auto-update to the percentage value of the dial. We save the dial and see how it works. The dial shows the current audio level of 64, and when we move it, we change the volume both on our dial and in Windows. Our second dial will be an on-off switch dial. To be able to do this, we need to change the dial type to ticks. This will change the progression bar from a single bar to a bar of ticks. Our dial will have two ticks, one for on and one for off. To ensure the dial is always one of those ticks, we set it to snap to tick. Since we only have two states, we set the range from 0 to 1. And to mimic a proper on-off dial, I change the start angle and maximum rotation degrees. While we can do a flat color dial like the first, it is nicer to use an image for the rotator this time. Let's add the functionality. To showcase this dial, I've made two red overlay color sources in my presentation for which we will toggle the visibility on and off. Let's see this in action. As I swipe left and right, the source gets shown or hidden accordingly. Our last button is to showcase how you can use an image background to create a more personalized dial. I've prepared a background image which we set as the background. Normally the dial will be positioned in relation to the text, but to ensure it takes the full available space of the control, we set it to ignore the text location. We then adjust the visuals of the dial so that it falls nicely in our background image. The scale setting allows us to do exactly that. It allows you to scale the bar circle so that it fits the background image. We use style 2 again for the dial and we set the thickness to 20 to increase the thickness of the bar. We set the indicator to a normal bar instead of a rounded one, and we apply a red and grey color scheme. Another aspect of the dial we can showcase here is that you can make a partial dial bar. We do this by changing the angle offset and the max rotation degrees. We now have a nice looking dial, and the only thing left to do is to add a connector. In this case, I add a Philips Hue brightness connector to control the light with my new dial. When we use the dial, we now control the brightness of our lights. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to support my channel. See you in the next one.